Hello everyone and welcome to another tea time with me, Dineo Rasedile. If it is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel where I share not only acting tips for aspiring actors but also share my own personal experience in the TV and film industry. So why don't you go right ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any videos that I post up in the future. So today's video is about 3 things that I think aspiring actors need to know about TV commercials. The reason why I decided to chat about that today is because my last video was about how I booked my first TV commercial. And then I realized that, in the beginning of your career, you actually go to a lot of TV commercial auditions. A lot. And I guess it makes sense because there are way more ads on television than there are TV shows or movies. So it kind of figures. But there are also quite a lot of misconceptions that people have about how things work. I myself also had those before I actually started working in the industry. So I thought that I would address the 3 that I feel like surprised me the most. And to just give you a bit of a heads up, I feel like, just give you a bit of a heads up basically. And then today for tea time, I would just like to go on record and say that today is my last junk food pigging out day because I've been doing the most lately. So from tonight, I'll be going back to my hectic, healthy lifestyle vibes. And I went out with a bang today. I had this massive cheeseburger for lunch with soda and fries and everything. And so for dessert, I'm going to be having chocolate brownies. I noticed I never actually show you guys what I'm eating. So I'm going to be having chocolate brownies. And these are from Food Lovers Market. I've never actually had brownies from Food Lovers Market. They don't look as moist as I like my brownies to be, but they are fresh and they do look good. So hopefully they taste as good as they look. So let's get right into today's video. So the first thing that I'm going to address or shed some light on is payment. Now, a lot of people have the idea that every single time a TV commercial plays, that person that you see in that ad, there's money going into their account. So you see an ad, it's playing like maybe you're watching primetime television, and this ad has come up on your TV like 5 times already in the past 2 hours. A lot of people assume that every time that ad is going up, there's money going into that person's bank account or something to that effect. Oh, that is really good. So I just want to break it down or just kind of shed some light on how that actually works. So TV ad money is not continuous, but let me explain. So what usually happens is that they will come up with a day rate. So a day rate is the amount that you get paid every day that you are on set working, right? They'll come up with the day rate, so they'll say, we're paying you X amount for shooting this ad, okay, on this day. And then they will multiply that by some other percentage, and that percentage will vary, and it will depend on things like how long that ad will, run for, where it's going to show, like is it just going to be on TV? Is it going to be on internet as well? Is it going to be a short 6-month ad? Is it going to be for a whole year? Is it going to be in cinema, TV, internet, blah, blah, blah. So after considering all those factors, they'll come up with a percentage, and then they'll multiply that day rate with that percentage, and then you'll get the big sum that, you will get from that. And then you get paid that big chunk one time. So remember in the last video, or one of my previous videos, I mentioned the importance of having very good financial habits. This is the reason why as an actor you would need that, because with ad money, they're going to calculate how much they're going to calculate, for however long that ad is going to play, and then they're going to pay you all that money one time. The only time where you would get paid again for that money, for that ad, is if they renew it, and in your contract, they stipulate that should this ad be renewed, this is how much you get paid, blah, 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 blah. But generally speaking, you get paid that huge chunk, and then it's, you're balling. The second thing that I thought was very interesting, that I learned when I started working, is the issue of competitive brands. So a competitive brands basically just means brands that are within the same category. So for example, a KFC and a McDonald's will be competitive brands, and a Vaseline and a Nivea will be competitive brands, and a FNB and a Standard Bank will be competitive brands. So if you as an actor feature in a particular ad for, let's say you shoot an ad for strawberry toothpaste, and you are the main character, you are the girl that the whole story is about in the ad, you cannot do a different toothpaste ad for 3 to 5 years. And that's just how it works. So if you appear in an ad for any kind of, product or brand, any other competitive brand in that space, you cannot feature in their ads for a period of 3 to 5 years. So, yeah. And in the beginning of your career, every single audition you must go to. I'm that person who will advise people to go to all the auditions, go to all of them. But once you've started working and you've started, your day rate has gone up, all that kind of vibes, and you start to have an idea of how much ads pay generally and how well ads pay generally, sometimes you'll get those ads where the payment is not that inspiring, because it's a short campaign, it's not gonna fly, it's on so many different platforms, and they just want to put out this really quick little campaign, and it's not paying that much money. Once you've done a lot of work, you can gauge and be like, maybe I'll skip on that one, because if I do book it, then I can't do any other ad campaign for the next 3 to 5 years. And then the next thing, a couple of months later, a competitive brand or that very same brand puts out this really huge ad campaign. Oh, no, my mistake. If it's the same ad, if it's the same brand, you can still do the same brand over and over. But if a different brand puts out a huge ad campaign, an audition brief for a big ad campaign, you're already disqualified because you've featured in a competitive brand ad campaign or television ad. The last thing that I want to speak about is the shooting experience of TV commercials and whether you are featured or not. So, shooting TV commercials, you might find yourself on set for the entire day, right? The entire day, sometimes multiple days. And I'm going to show an example of one of the ads that I shot years ago. And I will add a link to the source in my description box. But sometimes you can be on set for more than one day. I did an ad, this ad that I'm going to show you guys just now. We shot for 2 days, 2 full days. We were there from like 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. I think, or 5, but like literally the entire day for 2 days. And the ad is 20 seconds long. So for me, the shock was the work that went into shooting that ad. This particular ad was shot green screen. It was shot in this massive warehouse or but like this massive studio warehouse vibe. They brought in beach sand, which had to stay cold and moist, apparently, for it to stay in its best, shape or whatever. So we were on there, barefoot on there, because it's like a beach party vibes, and you know, you had to like jump around and have a good time. Guys, for 2 days, it was freezing. My feet were numb after some point because of jumping up and down on this cold ass soil. Sand, not soil, sand. Right? And then when the ad came out, bruh, it was literally like 20 seconds. 20 seconds long. So your girl was like, I appear like, there I am. And then, there I am. And then, there. Like, that's literally how shooting ads is like. So, it's a different energy. It's a different vibe. It's exciting. It's totally different to anything else that you can shoot. But it's just wild how you can literally spend the entire day, sometimes multiple days, shooting something, and then the final product comes out and it's literally like 30 seconds or less. So I'm going to show you guys this ad. See if you can spot me. I think I am the W. If I remember correctly, I'm the W in the word what. You'll see there's people jumping around in t-shirts with that spell what. I'm the W. I'm the lady on the one guy's shoulders in the beginning, and then I'm also in one of the photo booth pictures. And yeah, just watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Buy any pack of Stimmerol and SMS the last 4 digits of your barcode to 45567. You'll be entered into our lucky draw to party at the See What Unfolds music experience and win other cool prizes. Check out our Facebook page for more details.
Hey, where do we work, guys? People are out here. I want to act. Hey, guys, you don't even know the work that goes behind what you guys then see on TV. So yeah, then there's the issue of whether you're featured in the ad or not. And basically what that means is, do we actually see you in the ad? Can we see and recognize, there's Dineo in the green top, there's Dineo with the W shirt. Do you know what I mean? That's what it means to actually be featured in the ad. Because sometimes you can spend an entire day on set shooting this ad, and then when the final product comes out, you're not in it. This has happened to me before, where I shot an ad, and then when the final ad came out, I was so excited. Hey, bo! When I watched it, you literally just see the back of my afro, and then the side of my face, and I'm like, there, you're gonna see me get cut. It goes to the next thing. So I wasn't featured in the ad. But then the cool thing was that they then used the stills, the photos that we took on the set, and then they put my face on a billboard. But basically, you might shoot an ad, and then you're not even featured in the final cut. So sometimes they'll say, if featured, if not featured. So then what happens is that if you're not featured, you then get paid for that day rate, girl. But then the plus side of that is that if you're not featured, then you can still go and do a competitive brand ad, because no one can see your face. No one can say that you did that ad. So yeah, guys, I feel like I felt like I had to share that with people, because I've been hearing some things about like people who want to be actors, assuming that if you're in an ad, there's just like money coming into your bank account every time that ad plays. Girl, it does not work that way. So basically, to wrap that up, ads are a lot of fun. I absolutely love being on the set of a television ad. I actually miss being on a TV. I haven't shot an ad in a long time. From my ears to yours, Lord. We're praying for the next ad. But it's a lot of fun. And yay, when that money does come into your bank account, I pray you are ready. Because sometimes you can get so overexcited. Some ads pay like really, really well. So I hope that you guys learned something today. And how about you let me know actually some misconceptions that you had or still have. Well, you won't know it's a misconception until it's debunked, but you know what I mean. Like, what are some thoughts that you have with regards to TV commercials in the comment section, or any questions that you have with regards to what I've shared today. As usual, I would absolutely love to engage with you. But other than that, that brings me to the end of tea time today. I really hope that you learned something. And as always, I love to share my own experiences. I also was just thinking today about how when I was starting out, I used to Google a lot. I used to Google, especially when I was looking for my first agent, I Googled like actors' resumes, how to make an actor's resume. And all the, results, the search results that came back would either be American or from the UK, and there'd be nothing from SA. And I feel that that really needs to stop, and that information on this industry really needs to stop being so hard to come by for people who are trying to get in, because that makes people who are scammers, people who want to take advantage and exploit people, thrive, because there isn't that information and people don't know how this industry works. So I really hope that the information that I shared today just kind of gives you an idea of how things work. And so that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to each and every new subscriber. My little family is growing. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming back, for watching all of my videos. And if you haven't yet, please do click the subscribe button. And yeah, that is it for today. I will see you on the next video.